Glass House, the National Assembly Powers and Privileges Committee will Tuesday next week visit the washrooms where lawmakers are alleged to have received bribes to shoot down a controversial report on contaminated sugar. Last week, Kiambu County Women Representative Gathoni Wa Muchomba told the committee that she listened to a conversation from MPs who'd locked themselves up in the ladies' washrooms, discussing the amounts each had been given but could not identify them. Now, Nyeri County Women Representative Muchomba told the committee that she could not confirm whether money exchanged hands, but was aware of intense lobbying to shoot down the final report on the day it was tabled in Parliament for debate.
Last week, Wa Muchomba told the committee that she went to the toilet and found MPs discussing the loot each had received to shoot down the sugar report. Wa Muchomba said she only listened to the conversation but could not identify the members who refused to come out after they realized she was waiting to see who they were. The Speaker now wants to visit the ladies' toilets next week.
Many of us were a bit unclear as to how somebody would be making a face and waiting to go to the loo and then be able to hear others discussing the story. But I think to the extent that she's saying it, I think it's only fair that we also get a proper impression of how the place looks like.
It is claimed some members received as little as 10,000 shillings to shoot down the sugar report.
Get into the space so that she can show us where she was standing. Remember, she talked about having been trying to make her face and then hearing other members. I think it may be important that she attends. But like I said, it would be appropriate if it was a non-sitting day.
Nyeri County Women Representative Muchomba, who is a member of the Trade Committee that jointly investigated the importation of contaminated sugar into the country, was the last witness to share her testimony.
We were sitting outside the dining on the we were in the lobby with the Honorable Simba. We were having lunch. Honorable Gathoni Muchomba was sitting on another table with other members of parliament. We were not sitting together with her. And we were seeing whatever was happening.
Muchomba said there was intense lobbying to reject the report.
I didn't see anyone receiving the money. Maybe the money was being given. I didn't see. And I can't attest to that. But I told them if they were receiving that money would be a curse.
When she appeared before the committee, Wajir County Representative Fatuma Gedi denied bribing MPs but admitted to having lobbied MPs to reject the report. Muchomba said MPs took partisan positions after the sugar report proposed to have Cabinet Secretaries Adan Mohammed and Henry Rotich take full responsibility for the importation of excess sugar, some of which was found to be contaminated and unfit for human consumption during a crackdown on contraband goods.
Honorable Fatuma, personally, I asked her, because she was walking in and out, going loud in the chambers, I asked her, why are you robbing members to shoot down this report? She inhaled insults on me. In fact, there are even members who called me, we Kikuyus, we are dogs, because it's like they were taking like we are targeting CSCs. But that is not exactly what was happening. I think there were members, again, who had beef with the shares of the committees.
Even as the parliamentary committee investigates bribery claims of the sugar report, the fate of the seized contraband sugar that was said to be poisonous and contaminated and thus unfit for human consumption remains unknown. Patrick Amimo, KTN News, Parliament.
Now, the Ministry of Health is now banking on tough regulatory framework as well as technology to weed out counterfeit medicine in the market. Speaking at a 3-day annual pharmaceutical conference and expo, Health Cabinet Secretary Cecily Kariuki apportioned blame to the Pharmacy and Poisons Board for increased cases of substandard drugs in the country. Our reporter Cecilia Okesha with details of that story.
High prevalence of substandard and falsified medicines in the market continues to pose a huge health danger to a high number of patients, and now the Pharmacy and Poisons Board has been put on the spot.
We want a person who is sick. They're already sick. They're looking to be helped. They're looking to get better. But because of a greed of some of us, it doesn't matter. So we put them on drugs which we know is going to either make the condition worse or at most is going to kill them. Shame on us.
Health Cabinet Secretary Cecily Kariuki, in a stern statement to the healthcare providers, regulators and manufacturers of drugs who are attending a 3-day annual pharmaceuticals conference, warned that continued misuse of licenses, overpricing of medicines, as well as influx of quacks in the industry has continued to be an impediment in the achievement of universal health care. Kariuki says the government is banking on enhanced regulation in the pharmaceutical sector in the fight against counterfeit drugs and medical equipment, confirming that plans are underway by the Treasury to set a market index for all the drugs.
I'm told some commodities manufactured in Kenya get into Kigali at a cheaper price than when they are in our kiosks here in Nairobi.
That's a criminal issue, yeah? You're going against the rights of the patients. So we will work with, we've done a mechanism of mystery shopping, where we are going around and building a case and finding out who is this who's serving the patient, you know, over a period of time. Then that intel is what we'll use to be able to raise cases against these people.
This comes amidst regular crackdowns that have been intensified aimed at weeding out counterfeits. A report by the Poisons Board shows that out of the 6% registered pharmacists in the country, who are equivalent to 5,000, only 300 have employed qualified personnel.
Don't be given a license for a pharmacy and you don't have a pharmacist on the ground. Yeah, we will come for you.
Cecilia Wakesho, KTN News.